In the round of 8, we have herO versus GuMiho, Cure versus Creator, and MaxPax versus Estrella. And we'll be casting every single one of those matches. And here we go, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the South Korean Terran player. The blue Terran representing Cloud9, it is GuMiho. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss player. The red Protoss representing Dragon KZ Gaming, it is herO. Let's go. Gonna be taking a break from the ZVP and diving into a PVT instead. Probe Scout coming out across the map. Very important to Probe Scout because it is not uncommon for GuMiho to hide his first building and to even commit to a proxy across the map. The last time we casted GuMiho was a couple of days ago in the Club NV X Ducklings showdown, if you remember. And GuMiho on this map in a TvP went for a proxy Rex, floated it into the main base, went proxy Marauder in the main base of Creator, if you do remember. Didn't quite work out for him, but GuMiho did do this a couple of days ago in that best of 5. Thankfully, this time it's going to be back at home. herO does confirm. It is going to be a double gas opener at a GuMiho. That means he is going for a faster factory, is going for a delayed CC, a delayed economy. Again, GuMiho is a very aggressive player in general, especially in this matchup. So it's very important to keep an eye on him as, ooh, herO, he wants that SCV. We do force a repair. Let's get topped up for a moment there. herO, he will back off. Being an annoyance. He wants that SCV. Oh, look, won't quite get it. Does threaten it with a drive-by. GuMiho, there it is. Factory gets thrown down. We wall the probe in. The probe should be shut down. And oh, we even forced a bit of lost mine time there. GuMiho tried to surround, failed to surround the probe. And the Reaper will eventually deal with it. As GuMiho can now get into his own opener. Again, we do have the reactor on the way. We've spoken about this before, but there are varying different TvP openers that you can go for. You can go for, especially off of a factory, we can go into reactored Reapers into Hellions and go Reaper Hellion. We can go for an add-on swap and go reactored Cyclones. We can go into reactored Widow Mines. We do have some options available here for GuMiho as the first Reaper does get across the map, trying to get a read on the tech of choice from herO. And there it is. It looks like we have a Hellion, and we will be reactoring out Reapers. So it is going to be Reaper Hellion from GuMiho. Now, the scout was denied. We can see for ourselves that herO is not going Twilight Council. He's going for a Stargate opener. Going for, I imagine, Phoenixes, but it's herO, so he could go Oracle first. Could go for the Oracles instead. But that is also the purpose of this opener from GuMiho, kind of. So he should be pushing out with 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions. Unless he wants to commit a little bit harder. Adept does get into the mineral line though, and we do end up delaying that CC. Well, we do delay it here. That's a kill on the SCV. Hellion was revealed, and here we go. GuMiho now moving out. Again, 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions. With this, his goal is to bypass these units, to get into a mineral line, and to kill some probes. Get some economic damage done. herO responding beautifully though. He's fully walling up. Big moment here for herO, as he should be able to wall off here at the natural. Yeah, Pylon has been thrown down, buying a little bit of time. Forces to cancel though. Forced to cancel. We get into the mineral line. Probes are going down. The Oracle does make it out to kill one of these Hellions, but only one. This is becoming a little bit too much here. 7 probes go down. 7. Now 8 workers fall at the same time across the map. We do delay the CC. Damage is still being done as well from the side of herO. Does lose 8 workers, but does contain GuMiho to 1 base. So both players take some damage. herO takes a little bit more is what I will say. But herO has potential to catch back up in other ways. I mean, he does delay the CC, does kill 2 SCVs. He's coming in to delay it again. Oh, one of us. And it looks like he barely will. Barely does, but there we go. It's going to get back up and running. 1 Adept goes down. 2nd Adept does recall. But we have Oracles. Ooh, and not just Oracles. We're committing to reinforce. So we have 2, now 3 Oracles moving out across the map. We're going to be looking to annihilate a mineral line, but the Viking is in position. GuMiho reading herO so well. Viking does force back the army. But there's a Stalker on the low ground to help support. And again, with this proxy gateway, how many gateways do we have in total? We have 2 gateways in the natural, we have 1 gateway in the main. It's going to be 4 gate follow-up here from herO. And can he break his opponent? Marines, they don't have stim, they don't have support. The Psycho now comes down. Ooh, as we do bleed out 1, 2 oracles. Every oracle will fall. Not the best trade there from herO. He did kill a lot of Marines, but he did not get the Cyclone. And you can see herO backing off. He throws down a Twilight Council to tech up. He's containing his opponent, but yeah, not the best trade with those oracles. He does have a worker lead, which is nice, but a 3rd CC is on the way for GuMiho. He's looking to just turtle up to catch back up and to get into the mid game. herO just not stopping with his aggression, warping in some adepts. That's a lot of vanilla adepts. And we can dive on top of the tank. Yeah, we're going for it. We dive on top of the army. We focus down the Marines. The tanks are shelling away at the Stalkers, though. And the Stalkers are going down. They do not get them. They do not get the Liberator. Liberator survives. SCV survive as well. herO doing what he can. But he's down to 2 adepts. More adepts coming in, though. Ooh. I don't quite commit to the shade. Glaives on the way. That is unique. You don't see Glaive adepts often against Terran. But again, I think herO knows that he's in a really awkward position, and he throws down 3 more gateways, 2 base all in. It's a 2 base all in from herO. 7 gates in total. Refusing to expand, refusing to throw down a 3rd. And did I say 7 gates in total? That is an 8th gateway now on the way for herO. So it's going to be a 2 base 8 gate all in from the Protoss. Simple Archives on the way for Archon production. Interesting choice. I mean, they can tank some tank shots. Here we go. And rocks are being knocked down. Tanks are in position. Storm on the way. We're investing. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. I thought it was just for Archons. But Storm also in production. That's a lot of adepts. We commit to the shade. SCVs are going to be going down. We get 3. Glaives is done. We deny some of those depots. We kill a depot as well. GuMiho still nowhere close to being supply blocked. Not yet. Yeah, the tank count is amassing. Stim is on the way. 3rd CC is done. The wall looking good. The adepts, oh yeah, within range of the tank. Oof. Yeah, that one tank positioning in the middle line doing so well here for GuMiho, getting so much free damage. God, so much of this army now battered and bruised in the yellow and orange HP. herO now expands, but this is a late expansion from herO. He's trying to recover. Now, a way to catch back up and get back into this for herO, of course, is Storm. He has 3 High Templar, each soon with 1 Storm. Liberator getting in position to harass. Ghost Academy on the way. GuMiho can now land his own 3rd base quite freely. Again, GuMiho in a good position. And herO still catching up tech-wise, right? Like the Glaive Adepts, they were able to keep GuMiho busy back at home. But now we're working on Blink, on +1, Robo production. herO trying to round out his army. Until then, he's quite vulnerable, except for the Storm. Like, there's still so much potential with that. It's very hit and miss. Because it can hit, or it can miss. It can Ay. Here he's crazy, being very active here with his army, trying to catch out any kind of move outs ahead of time. Bay is on the way for Colossus production. Auto turret harass coming in, not getting much done. And likewise, Liberator harass is shut down as well. here we go. Now GuMiho is finally moving out. herO, he's ready to catch an army here in the center, but I believe he does miss the double drop towards the left-hand side. herO, though, pushing in. Gets eyes on the ghosts. Oh my god, is he gonna commit? He does commit into the shade. Show us the storms. Big EMPs. Oh my god. Good EMPs on 2 High Templar, but the others, they make it out. Big storms on the army, and again, GuMiho doesn't have everything back at home. He has a big portion of his army across the map. Now was the time for herO. Yeah, big warp in, and herO, he's going to break GuMiho here and now. Again, the double drop does get across the map. Will get damage done. But herO, he's busting into the natural, in towards the main. Ghost on the high ground. Do we have another storm? We force a recall. We force a recall back home. GuMiho, he does hold. Does survive. Drop threatening the third base. Oh, medevac so low. Do we have a blink? We do not. Oh, barely don't. As GuMiho does escape, did delay charge, did depower these gateways. As herO tries to hunt down those medevacs, and he barely cannot. GuMiho, he escapes here with a full medevac and a handful of marines. That's way too soon. herO, he wants it. Oh my god. Does get a couple of marines for his troubles before pulling back. And as the dust does settle, GuMiho, he's still on a pretty good economy. He has an even worker count with herO plus mules, so GuMiho has the better economy overall. And he's gone into ghost production. Didn't lose any ghosts in that defense. Did lose his tanks, but we're done with the tanks. It's all about the bio army here. Marines, Marauders, Ghosts. GuMiho looking strong. herO still trying to recover. He was hoping that that would be the kill shot that he was really hoping for, that he was looking for. Wanted to end the game there with that push, and now forced into something longer. Still has a lot of storms. Still has a 4 High Templar in that prism. Is diving on the army. Does push forward. Nice EMPs here on some of the High Templar. Once again, a storm does connect. And that's going to be the final storm that herO has. And it's not enough. The concave is too good. That's a kill on the War Prism. And GuMiho, he just shuts this army down. Again, herO just taking too much damage early on to the Hellion Reaper. And herO was all in afterwards, if you remember. He was 2 base all in for quite some time. Wasn't able to kill GuMiho. Wasn't able to stabilize. And GuMiho has run away with it. Now, herO did have a chance, right? Like, with when he pushed in, when GuMiho went for the double drop. Like, that was his moment. But herO just barely didn't have enough. And he has been outscaled. And GuMiho snowballing out of control. Good feedbacks. Good feedbacks, but the overcharge, the shield battery is being shut down. We dive on top of those Colossi as well. Not much to support. And GuMiho is snowballing out of control. GG gets called. GuMiho taking game number 1. GG. Very impressive here by GuMiho. Like, the fact that despite... Just at the wrong moment there. Sorry, I think I switched to the wrong scene. Shout out to GuMiho. Able to survive, despite the fact that just at the wrong moments, GuMiho, he did go for a double drop on the left-hand side, didn't have his entire army to defend against the all-in of herO, and was still able to hold, still able to defend, and even forced the recall. Impressive stuff. Impressive stuff there by GuMiho. Does take game 1. herO being forced into game number 2 here. Can herO fight back? And can he force the ace match? Give me a moment. I had them looking for the games. There we go. Game 2. Gonna be on Hecate. Let's go. Also, hello, Wormshick. Siema, papi, siema. Dzień dobry. We go. We're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hecate. We have our South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran representing Cloud9. It is GuMiho. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player. The red Protoss representing Dragon Kaizi Gaming down in this series. Yes, to fight back here and now. It is herO. Here we go. Now again, last game was just really unfortunate for herO, where he wasn't in position and he wasn't able to stop the Hellion Reaper aggression from GuMiho. Did do a lot of damage. As a result, that kind of created the chain of events where herO was hyper aggressive, committed with a proxy 4th gateway in the center of the map, went Glaive Adepts, was just trying to even things up or even punish GuMiho and just was not able to. We'll see how herO adjusts his style. Likewise, we'll see how GuMiho adjusts his opener, as we see a Rax expand. No second gas. This time, no second gas from GuMiho, so it's going to be a Rax expand, economic opener out of our Terran player. And herO's aware of that. herO is aware. So we should be having a much more calm and a much more tame early to mid game here for both GuMiho and herO. Unless herO wanted to try to like punish the economic opener of GuMiho, which is possible. He's tried to do that before. But there it is. Nexus has been thrown down for herO. Just going for a gate cyber expand. And there's that CC for GuMiho. Checking the vision of herO. He did not see the placement of the CC. We can see it's just a safe move here from GuMiho. Going for the command center on the high ground instead of on location. This means that if herO tried to harass with Adepts, and he is chronoing out an Adept by the way, if he tried to harass, then the SCV will be safe. It'll be safe in the main base, it won't be harassed, it won't be disrupted, it won't be killed. So I do like this against herO, just because herO is so annoying with his Adepts. I mean, we saw that last game, where herO delayed the expansion for so long with his Adept harass. So GuMiho just playing it overall close to the chest. Factories on the way, back at home. herO once again opening up Stargate. Once again, we have the Stargate opener, and once again, I imagine it is going to be Oracles. herO is all about that aggression. Adept has arrived, going to be harassing the main wall. Looking at his vision, herO, he does see the command center building.
The firstborn shall persevere.
So he's aware it's not a one base all in. He's aware of the economic opener. Back at home, the wall off is being thrown down, and this time, my apologies, I assumed it was going to be Oracle opener again 2 games in a row, but no, it is a Phoenix opener here from herO. A lot safer. This is designed to gain map control, deny drop play, and contain the Terran player. Contain them for as long as possible. So again, a more safe way to open up here from herO. Ooh, the heli does slip in. A bit of a misstep there from our Protoss player. We get a free scout, and we do get eyes on the Phoenix. So GuMiho now knows about the Stargate immediately. Cyclone production is continuing here. So we have plenty of anti-air to work with. Medevac is on the way, so GuMiho working towards some drop play. Will he commit? He will. Okay, he's keeping the Cyclones at home to defend against the Phoenixes, and he's moving out with his Marine army. Again, these are vanilla Marines, so no stim, no combat shields, but they do have quite a bit of DPS nonetheless when it comes to focusing down probes. I said SCVs. So do pick up. We rotate around. Likewise, do have our Bay on the way for herO. So it is Phoenix Colossus. Very meta, very standard setup here from herO. Very classic Protoss versus Terran. If Asher were here, I know he'd love it. He'd be, it's beautiful. It's Phoenix Colossus, Papi. It's beautiful. As Cyclones are moving out to reinforce the main army. So again, herO though, not afraid. Just try to catch it. It's going to be bleeding out potentially one of those Adepts. Okay, we do push forward. Couple of lock-ons. Cyclone going to be lifted. The Adepts are going to be going down. We try to focus on the Cyclones here with the Immortal. But GuMiho will force this back. He cleans up every single Phoenix. A very nice trade for GuMiho. We see herO reinforcing. Again, he had to fight out of range of his shield batteries out on the map. Observer does spot the drop. And herO is gonna try to intercept, and he does. The medevac. Medevac is gonna be going down. Big pick off there by herO. At the same time, Marine's also being cleaned up here. Good kiting from our Protoss. Viking drop into the main, also spotted by herO, and he will clean everything up. Again, a much cleaner defense here in game number 2. Denying the aggression of GuMiho and going for his own counterattack with a handful of units, by the way. Bold move by herO, but the bunker isn't done. Uh-oh. The bunker not quite done. Yeah, that looks like it will barely finish in time, but where's the repair? The repair isn't there. The Immortal goes to town. And herO, he immediately defends and then immediately counterattacks, pushing in, forces out order turrets. Colossus rallies on forward as well. We only have a handful of units, but GuMiho just doesn't have enough. And good target firing by herO. GG gets called, and herO punishes the aggression of GuMiho and ties up the series 1-1. GG. Again, so quick to counterattack, so quick to just immediately move out. It was like 3 Stalkers and 1 Immortal, and of course he was rallying with the Colossus, rallying with reinforcements. Barely an army from herO, but at the same time, punishing the fact that GuMiho lost so much, right? He lost a full medevac, he lost a Cyclone, he lost his Viking, he was bleeding out Marines. GuMiho maybe being overly aggressive here and just losing too much. And as soon as we realized that, herO did punish it. And with that, we have an ace match. We're going all the way to game number 3. Let's go. Going all the way to game 3. It'll be taking place on Alkyone. Let's go. Here we go, and spawning in the top right hand corner of Alkyone, we have the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran representing Team Cloud9. It is GuMiho. Being forced into this ace match and spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the player forcing the ace match, the red Protoss representing DragonKaiser Gaming. It is herO. Very quick game so far. Very quick, decisive games. I mean, I say that game 1 was a little bit longer, true, but game 1 was also herO being forced into a 2-base all-in and that eventually failing. Maybe a better way, instead of saying short games, is just really aggressive games from both players, from both herO and GuMiho. They've been very, very in each other's face, and we'll see that trend does continue as we found ourselves in the final game. Now, it is the ace match, so because of that, our players may be like deterred from being overly aggressive. Likewise, we're loading into Alkyone, a much larger map, one of the largest maps in the map pool, one of the longest rush distances as well. So, as a result, we may actually be able to sink our teeth into the mid game, into like a proper 3-base versus 3-base, something that we have not experienced yet in this series. Not properly. As we have a herO skirting around the edge of the map. Moving on out. Likewise, GuMiho goes for a fake proxy Rax. Do love to see it. herO dips in. He's going to confirm, oh, the Rax is missing. Where was it thrown down? But we have the CC on the high ground. herO confirms that that's enough of a scout. That is enough to tell him, of course, that it is an economic opener. Rax expand set up here by GuMiho. GuMiho, he did try to hide the initial Rax, but to no avail, as it's fine. We know that everything's on the up and up. Yeah, Rebirth does reveal itself. Will shut down the probe. Probe will fall, and back at home we have herO opening up Adept once again. Just so we can keep up with the Reaper and, of course, harass across the map. Now, 2 games in a row, GuMiho going for the CC on the high ground, so it will be safe, it won't be harassed, it won't be disrupted, or it's going to be difficult to really disrupt it with Adept Harass. So really safe expansions here by GuMiho. As he does move out with his Reaper, trying to get a read on the opener of herO. He does see the timing of the CC. Likewise, Zella gets across the map here for herO. And he really does want to slow down GuMiho, forcing an SCV to repair. Adept is revealed. Reaper bypassing the Adept, going straight into the main. Not quite able to. There it goes. We do dive in. Looking at the vision, GuMiho, he does see the Twilight Council, is aware of the Blink opener. Again, we're done with the Stargate. Going for Blink. Adept is going to be focused down. CC does finish. We get a kill on one SCV, but only one. And GuMiho from here can expand. Again, he went for some safety Cyclones. Cyclones, they aren't bad at all here in the early game. And oh my god, the greed! We've seen a lot of this from the Korean Terrans, from GuMiho, from Bunny, from Cure. Third CC before Starport in a TvP. Again, this is becoming a lot more trendy. For a very long time, I would say that this would be overly greedy and crazy just because the TvP meta was 2-base play for a long time from the side of Terran, or you stay on 2 bases a lot longer. But these giga-fast third bases, we've seen it so much, like this past month, like this specific, like, post-IEM Katowice, or even at IEM as well. A lot of economic play from the Terrans. Becoming the new standard a little bit. I say the new standard when I say we've been seeing this more frequently, like once in a series, right? Which is far more frequent than we ever saw this before. Meanwhile, a couple of probes going to be going down. We do have a Blink on the way. We have 2 gateways in the main and a third gateway here at the natural. So it's going to be 3-gate Blink, which means we're pushing. 3-gate Blink is going to lead into a War Prism. With this robo, we're going to be pushing out across the map. We're going to be reinforcing, but we should expand and take a third base behind this. This is not as aggressive as 4-gate Blink. Here we go. We do get in. Do get across the map. Oh, we do actually blink past the army. We blink past the medevac. The bunker. 2 bunkers here. We don't care. We get into the mineral line. We deny any kind of mining at the natural base. At the same time, GuMiho does push in, but he runs into reinforcements. The Cyclone is going to be shut down. Big loss there for GuMiho, and the base is taking a lot of damage. Oh my god, we want the tank. We dive on the tank, and we will get it just barely. Trading out some Stalkers. Worth it there for herO. Blinks on in. Past the natural base. Into the main. Gets eyes on the third CC. And upon seeing this third herO, he should be aware that, again, he can do even more damage. He has potential. Ooh. Only escapes with one of those Stalkers. Third Nexus is on the way. War Prism has arrived, so we can reinforce. Can reinforce. We can juggle. We head back into the natural. We deny the eBay. The Prism. Ooh, big overextension there by herO. Losing a War Prism. Losing another Stalker as well. Escaping with 3. But the reinforcements, they keep on coming. And he will get the bunker. Sorry, he'll get the depot. What I meant to say. Depot is going to go down. Bunker does stand strong. So you get a couple of SCVs. And herO, he is freely expanding behind this. He needs to, because of the greed of GuMiho. So herO forcing tanks to be remade. Going for the bunker, and it looks like he wants it, and he will get a kill. Salvage not in time. Behind this, we have a 5-gateway explosion. That's going to be 8 gates in total for herO. So 8-gate charge is going to be the follow-up. War Prism is being remade. Third base is up and running. We are not taking additional gases. No gases here at the natural. No gases here at the third base. Again, charge is going to be what we're reinforcing with. And I think the goal basically is herO is waiting for GuMiho to expand. Once he tries to take a third, then herO can strike. Pushing into 2 bases is going to be difficult. Not impossible, but it's going to be a tough ask. herO trying to poke in. Again, we have tanks on the high ground. We have one tank in the mineral line, one tank here on the high ground. We are repositioning. Uh-oh. Now is a good time for herO. Yeah, the tanks, they did unsiege for a moment. Bunker is going to be going down. Boys are being pulled. Good force field by herO, just slowing down the reinforcements. The tanks are going to be forcing herO back, but he does get 6 SCVs. A good trade for herO. As he's pushing back in, he collapses here on the tank. The tank on the low ground is going to be going down. The other tank does siege at the ramp. We bust through the zealots. And we force back herO. But we lose 11 SCVs in the process. And herO, he takes the gold. Oh my god. He's crazy. Going for the gold base as well. Still not taking gases. And making immortals and reinforcing with more zealots. Again, he's checking for the third. That's all he wants. Deny the third for as long as he can. I mean, I say that's all he wants. He's been getting even more than that. How many tanks are we down to? Only 2 tanks. Only one of them is sieged on the low ground. We collapse here on the army. We focus down the tank. Big mine shots. Good mine shots there from GuMiho. But he loses another tank. He's only got 1 tank left. Force fields are brutal. The tank friendly fire on the SCVs. herO getting 7 more workers. Denying mining at the main base, right at the natural. Forcing him back into the main. And you can see just the non-stop wave of zealots reinforcing here. And that's the final tank. And it's going to go down. Now these widow mines have been brutal. They've been quite necessary here. GuMiho barely holding on with his mines. But the zealots, they don't stop. And the widow mines have not reset. Not yet. Force fields are brutal. Ooh. Working a little bit against herO there. Creating a choke point to be worked against the zealots. So now going to be engaging big mine shots here on the stalkers. Very big mine shots here for GuMiho. But the zealots, they're still overwhelming him. More SCVs going down. herO, he's on 77 probes. GuMiho, he's on 33. Dust him on forward, and GuMiho, he may be able to shut this down. Even if he does, though, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, not anymore. As the immortals, they do barely survive. GuMiho boosting on forward. Doesn't get it, though. herO somehow makes it out, and again, he's on a 4 base economy. He has a goal, he's on 77 workers, he's got a second robo on the way for Colossus production. Speaking of, Colossi are on the way as well. herO, he's just perfecting his army, and GuMiho's all in. Again, I expected herO only to be containing GuMiho, but he just was relentless with his Zealot Warp ins and just non-stop aggression there at that natural over and over again. Killing the tanks every time he pushes in. A good mine shot there on the Zealots. But again, the longer this goes on, the better it is for the Protoss. Who needs gas? I mean, now we have 1 extra. Now we're taking extra gases here, and this is just for the Colossus production. Just so we can afford +2, extend thermal lance, and Colossus as well. But the Swarm Toss style here for herO, it has worked. He has broken GuMiho. Voids being pulled once again. And herO just doing a great job here at punishing the greed of GuMiho, punishing his 3cc opener at the same time. A drop across the map, but we have a Colossus. And we recall. We focus on the medevac. GG gets called, and herO will take the series 2-1. GG. GG, well played. Very well done here by herO. And again, just to reiterate, a big reason as to why herO was so successful here was that with his initial 3-gate blink stalker aggression, he scouted and confirmed the timing of the 3rd base. He saw how greedy GuMiho was, and that's why herO was able to apply as much pressure as he was able to and find as much damage, because he knew that GuMiho was vulnerable then and there. And he was. He was vulnerable. He was bleeding out a little bit too much. Like, GuMiho was living, like he was surviving each attack, but every time he was bleeding out tanks, bleeding out marines, bleeding out SCVs as well. And he could never really take advantage of his fast 3rd. Remember, it was a 3cc before Starport, and he was never able to expand and take that third base this entire game. So very well done there by herO. Really good scouting, really good read, really good punish. With that, herO does advance on into the semifinals. And we are still here to determine who advances on to the semifinals as well. Up next, we have a Terran versus Protoss, another TvP between Cure and Creator. Let's go.